YouTube exclusive.
YouTube exclusive. All right, you.
Make sure you hit record too at the same time, bye.
Oh yeah. Thanks, man. You played me last week, but
I didn't play you last week.
You played.
I did not play you last week.
You had me talking and playing music, and it wasn't even
jamming.
recording. The YouTube exclusives. YouTube exclusive. All right. Hey everyone.
Yo.
How y'all doing out there? Yeah, not answering because I can't hear you. Just, it's a podcast, not a live show. But we are back with episode 7.
Monica.
Friends, yeah.
7.
So yes, we are back. Shout out to you guys listening. Shout out to you guys watching.
And shout out to our live Instagram peeps if they showed up.
Don't nobody love us like that, baby.
I know. Eventually it will.
But yes, this is episode 7. So if you guys don't know, we're gonna tell you anyway, even if you do know. But So Mixed Up on YouTube, if you want to watch this podcast or watch anything else that we do, because we do a lot on YouTube, so just check it out. But and for your YouTube people, this podcast is on Spotify and Apple and Stitcher, Google, all that good stuff.
Check it out.
How you been?
How you been? How you doing?
I've been good. I guess, 7 episodes in, I guess I might still have to. I'm Yahshua.
And Margarita.
So yeah, I've been doing good. It was a weird week, but we're here.
T-Fam's on us. What's up, T-Fam?
What's up, T-Fam? So yeah, it was a weird week, but
yeah,
got through it.
We did get through it. It was weird because we had changes that we weren't really expecting. Then kind of went back to not having changes, but
yeah. So I was I'm not gonna say nervous, but at my job, they were weighing in on people that were going to be furloughed and people that were going to keep their jobs and what was going on, and so there's gonna be some more changes coming. So it was a little, a weird feeling of like, will I keep my job? Won't I keep my job? I don't know. Turns out I kept my job, so still working. You don't know which one it is, huh? I turned it down, huh? We're gonna get these buttons and stuff together eventually one day. But yeah, so I kept my job, so that was good news. Other than that, everything pretty much stayed the same. Starting this week, the people whose hours were cut previously got their hours back, so pretty much they just kind of furloughed people and then brought the hours back for other people whose hours were cut. So yeah, so glad that I was able to keep my job, so still bring a paycheck in.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
So we're gonna get, if I'm not mistaken, the way I got the information is that we're gonna have a 20% pay cut. So yeah, a lot of people were a little bit on the edge about that, and of course some people that I work with kind of jump onto the gun and they're just like, wait, what do you mean, blah blah blah. So it just basically means that 20% we won't get paid for.
Yeah, that sucks. It definitely sucks, but I guess it's, I guess good that you guys kept your jobs.
Yeah.
And I guess what you guys are doing is, I guess it sounds different, but I'm guessing it's like the same thing of what we did previously, like a month ago when we cut hours down. So some people had, got extra days off, and then some people like hours changed to like where they would come in 2 hours later or leave 2 hours earlier. So I guess in a sense you're getting 20% less money that way versus working all of your hours and just getting paid 20% less. So I guess it's kind of the same.
So before it was like they would give us extra days off, right? Mm-hmm. But we were still getting 100% paid the days that we got off.
Okay.
So I guess they're trying to cut that back so that way people don't lose their job. So that's why they're like, okay, we're gonna do 20%.
Yeah, I guess before it was like you guys were just so slow that it's like, all right, we don't need you all here, so you can go home. But now it's like a money thing where it's like, all right, like we need to start cutting costs in some places.
So, but for me, I guess I got a new job. Yeah.
That was an abrupt stop to the.
I was like, wow.
It was like, wee. Yeah. All right. What else?
So yeah, I got I used to work in a kitchen in the hospital, and then they are transferring me over to the call center. So yeah, that's exciting. I get a little bit more pay, and I get to have a little bit more hours.
Nice. More money.
More money.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the rent, and I'm gonna take the. Nah, I'm joking.
I was like, I take everything else.
Yeah, I take all the little bills. You get the rent.
Nah, babe.
Don't sound good. No.
I still wouldn't make enough for the.
Nah, but that's
rent.
good. I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Because I'm used to doing it all on my own, so
yeah,
it's kind of nice having. I told you to do a thing. What was it? Last week or before last? What did I get you? I got you something weird. Oh, I remember. But yeah,
he got me a so you know how we have like the peach fudge ladies on your top lip. I have this cream, but it's really, really strong cream, so I can only it's by Nair's, and so I kind of wax off the top part. And he's like, "Oh, I got you this because I know you said you wanted it a long time ago." And I was like,
"Yeah, like we saw a commercial on TV. Like we'll see commercials on TV, and she'd be like, ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want that."
And yeah, I don't spoil myself ever. For me, I just rather focus on things for ourselves that are like house-wise, health-wise.
I remember. I feel like I got something else too. I remember.
What?
I bought a freaking TV.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
You bought TV and wasn't it the video game?
Oh yeah, I bought a PlayStation for my dad.
Yeah.
Because I had my PlayStation there because he was using my PlayStation and Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, and I told him like, yeah, you can use it up until then. And then I'm gonna need it back. So I went and bought him a new PlayStation. But yeah, I told you then that like I appreciate it that you the things that you do, paying the bills that you pay, the gas and electric and the internet, because
and water now apparently.
And water apparently.
Yeah.
Because it allows me that opportunity to save some money elsewhere and be able to do things like that, buy you things or buy stuff for the house or fun things that I normally wouldn't buy. Yeah. So, and
people don't be like, oh, you try to spoil her. Really, I am not a spoiled person. I really don't ask
she don't ask for nothing. So that's what makes it easier to get her stuff, because I don't ever because she never asks for anything. So it's like it makes it a lot easier to. Like she'll just say like in passing, and she doesn't say it like how some people like giving you that like
I want this. Can you buy it for me now?
And they're kind of like or they're like saying, oh, that would be nice to have. Like no, she doesn't do that. She'll just be like, ooh, that's cool. Or she'll see it on TV like, oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
So then I just like get it for her.
And he'll put like mental notes in his hair in his hair in his head, and he'll be like, okay. And then because the other thing he surprised me with, okay, so I have naturally curly hair, thick curly hair, and so recently my hair is starting to get like more curl defined, so it makes it like the products that I'm using in my hair
curl defined. You hear that, ladies?
Curl defined.
Fellas, we don't know what that means.
So I've been trying to find different creams and stuff that tame my curls and make them more bouncy and voluptuous. So I saw this brush. I don't ever brush my hair. I just use my fingers, and just comb through my hair. So my lovely fiance, he got this brush that I saw as like Instagram ads, those lovely Instagram ads, and I was like, oh, that'll be cool. It's like a comb brush, and it's supposed to help detangle the hair easily and like put product in the hair easily. So he's like, oh, I got you something. And I was like, okay. And then I opened the package and I'm like, oh, cool. And I'm like, I was excited for it, but I'm like, how did he know I wanted it at the same time? So, yeah.
Yeah, I just do those kind of things. Like I don't know. I pay attention and make sure that I know, like, you know, she doesn't have to tell me she wants something. I mean, I kind of wish she would, so then I wouldn't have to just guess or try to pay attention. Like, oh, I hope I'm paying attention to the things that she's saying. You know what I mean? Like, just be like, hey, babe, or I mean, I guess I can see it from your point of view. Like, hey, babe, can you buy me a hairbrush that detangles my hair? You know what I mean? Like, I guess I get it. That's why, like, you have to pay attention to, like, the things that your significant other says, so you know, like, what to give them or what to buy them or what surprises they would want, you know?
Yeah, because, like, for him, he'll say stuff. He'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm saving up money. Or he'll just buy it himself. So by the time I'm like, what do you want? I already bought it for myself, like the game or the TV. And I'm like, certain things, like, he wants, like, electronics and that I don't understand because he won't tell me. He'll, like, look it up. And it's like, oh, yeah, I put it on my Amazon app. I'm like, could you tell me so I can surprise you with things?
Stuff. You just, the door will knock and there'll just be stuff out there, you know? So, yeah, that's how we rock it. We don't really tell each other what we want, but you just got to pay attention and hear the things that they might say or in passing, or, you know, they might not be asking for it specifically, but they're just, you're hearing them say, like, oh, that's pretty cool, or that's interesting, and da-da-da. And, you know, I'll be laying in the bed watching TV, and she'll say something on the commercial that sounded good, and I'll just, like, put it in my notes real quick, because I know in my head I'll forget. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get that for her. And then the next day I'm going to not remember at all. So I, like, slide it in my notes real quick. Like, I'm sure I still have, like, the detangler. It was like Easy Tangler or whatever it was called. I put it in my notes because I was like, I'm going to forget.
And it does work really well. It does work really, really well. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Oh, you like it?
Mm-hmm. So I might have to, give one to my niece because she has super curly hair. So he got me two because he didn't know which one I would want, like which color wise. And he's like, yeah, he got me a pink one and like this green blue one. And I'm like, I always go for like the green blue colors. That's one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what color she likes, so I just get both because they weren't like super duper expensive. So I was just like, I'll just get two.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, what updates are happening around the city, around the state?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I poised that question like I wasn't going to answer it myself. Like,
I know.
That was weird. Yeah, so the new updates going on around the city is
So one big major one is that they did the whole lockdown is pushed back to the end of May now. So we still in lockdown. They still recommend us to stay home, not to go out. Some of the stores are starting to be open again. So slowly they're opening those up. But a big requirement is that we have to wear a mask. I was reading it on the news and it was saying that the governor had made it mandatory. Is it mandatory?
To wear a mask?
Yes, to wear a mask. And then he uplifted that, but then he's like saying that
it's like a suggestion, like a heavy suggestion.
Yeah, it's a heavy suggestion. So I know that Costco is definitely one of those stores that if you don't have a mask, they will not let you in. And a lot of these stores, I feel like they're starting to put that as a rule that we have to wear a mask before we enter the place, which I think it's just safety. I think.
Yeah, precaution. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not get a mask? It's not going to hurt anything. So, yeah, they're opening up a couple of businesses. I mean, you still can't, like, dine in restaurants. There's no movies open. There's no concerts. There's no sports. There's no, you know what I mean? But
the stuff people want, they want sports.
Yeah, the things that people want, you still don't have. But a couple of restaurants are opening for, like, takeout that closed previously, or, you know, just a couple of businesses are opening back up, things like that. So, slowly, and we'll see what happens at the end of the month, see what they do. So,
yeah, we were supposed to get married in like 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks from now, the 15th, a week from now, whatever. But that's also postponed because now we have the whole
you can't have large gatherings and all of this, and So we're just going to postpone it till further notice, see what it's looking like at the end of the month, and see if they're going to extend the lockdown or what they're going to do, and then we'll go from there and decide. But
I think for us, it's just we're just waiting for the gathering part to see how many people are we allowed to have, because that's just a major thing, because we're not having a really big wedding to begin with. We're doing basically like close family that are out of town that can come to the wedding. Perfect. Like it's like a reception party thing.
So just something simple.
So
but the way they were doing it was like they didn't want nothing going on. Like if it's a group of people, we don't want it. So.
Yeah. So because also a major thing for us was that we're very both family oriented, and we both have family that have kids, and we didn't want to have a venue that would be like, oh, no kids allowed, or a certain amount of kids or a certain amount of people. We just wanted people to be like, okay, they can come to this, like it's going to be at my sister-in-law's family farm. They have like a big area so that people can just like hang out, chill, grill, have a bonfire, and that way people can just come in and out. If they want to leave, they can leave. If they want to stay longer, they can stay longer. So I also that was like a big thing, at least for myself, was I didn't want to have a venue that would just be like, okay, you only have 2 hours or have a time limit.
Yeah, so we can do it like as long as we want. It's all on us. Like, you know, just
food wise as well too.
Come as you go, leave as you want. Like, there's no time limits. There's no nothing. Like, however long it go on. So something like that.
So we'll like make it like we'll set a time. Like this is when it's gonna start. This is where it may end. You know,
like starts at 3. So starts at 3, but show up when you want. Like we're not going anywhere. There's no time limit. It's not like it's 8:00. We gotta start cleaning up. We gotta go.
Yeah, especially because my sister-in-law's family, they're very like family oriented as well, and so they just kind of like everybody comes, everybody leaves whenever they want to. But of course, we're not gonna keep a party till like 2 in the morning, because that's just a little nuts, because there's little kids around.
But we'll have the after party. No.
After party at somebody's yard.
Right. So that's what's going on with the wedding. We'll see. When it happens, it happens. We're not really. I'm not pressed about it. Are you?
No, I mean I was before, because I was trying to figure out what kind of food we're gonna have, especially because like I said it multiple times before, you don't eat certain animal products, so I wanted to make sure that we had enough different types of food for people that can come and eat, and not just be like, I can't eat this food because it has this and this. And especially like my brother's sister-in-law, she has like certain allergies and stuff that she can't eat, and so I wanted her to feel comfortable and be able to eat as well.
I kind of like the way you just said your brother's sister-in-law. Like, that was kind of neat.
Oh.
Like, because if you talk to a black person, it's like, yeah, my brother's wife's brother's wife. Like, it was so simple to just be like, my brother's sister-in-law. Like, that's so much simpler.
And you know what's funny, though? Is before I used to be like, oh, yeah, it used to be my sister-in-law. I used to say that all the time. And then I was like, why can't I just say it's my brother's sister-in-law? It's so much easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to say. Like, usually we'd be like, yeah, it's my mom's sister's husband's dad's daughter. Like, no, it's my aunt's husband's cousin. Like, just simple. Like, just keep it simple. So, I don't know if that was a proper relation or not. I just said that, so don't come for me and be like, no, that would be his great niece. I'm like, I don't know. I just threw it out there.
And then we'll see. Now we're just going on a tangent. I got another one. There's people who say like, oh, that's my cousin twice removed. I'm like,
I still, at 28 years old, don't know what the hell that means.
Me neither. See, I'm not the only one.
I have no idea what twice removed, once removed. I don't know what any of that means. I don't
know either. And that's funny because I'm Hispanic, so we just say, oh yeah, that's her cousin, or that's her uncle. We don't be like, it's our uncle twice removed from this side of the family. From that, I'm just like, it's my uncle. It's my uncle. Yeah. Like, if I was growing up and they told me that was my uncle, that's my uncle. Or if I grew up that was my cousin, that's my cousin. I'm not like, oh, it's my cousin. And then I realized, because I am a diabetic, I was doing like tons of studies when I first moved to Ohio, just trying to figure out like what kind of diabetic I was, and I had a lot of health problems. And so I didn't know that my actual, like my brother, I've always known him as my brother, but here in America, he's considered my half brother. And so for the longest time, I was like, no, it's just my brother. And like, no, he's technically your half brother. And I'm like, technically he's my brother, and that's it. Point blank. That's don't ask me, he's my half, my whatever. And a lot of people, I've noticed a lot more here that they use the half brother or step brother.
I think they only use it when they don't like the person. That's the only time they use it, really. Like, if you like your brother or sister, it's just your brother or sister. It's not like, oh, it's my half brother. Like, you only do that when it's like, there's tension, or like, oh, that's my dad's other family. I don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really be like.
Yeah, well, like I said, like my coworker, she's like, oh yeah, it's my that's half brother. Oh, that's your half. I'm like, no, that's just my brother.
Means she doesn't like them, or there's tension, or there's beef there. Like, your brother is your brother. Like, my brother's like Naya, Noah, Leah, Sheba, my mom's son, Chris. They're all halves.
Yeah.
Where is it half if it's the same mom, if it's just your regular, or is it only half if it's different fathers? Or if it's different, or is it just half no matter what? Like, if you don't have the same father, it's your half. If you don't have the same mother, it's your half.
I think so. Okay. Because my brother and I, we have the same mom but different dads. So I guess we're considered half. But for me, like,
so I got a bunch of half siblings, you know what I mean? But it's just my siblings. Like, me and Liddy, the only one that share the same mom and dad. Now, Naya, Noah, Leah, Sheba, they all share the same mom and dad. And then Chris just has my mom in common. So it's like, but I just be like, yeah, that's my brother. That's my sister. Like, I mean, I don't do all that half business. See, that's and then
it always confused me for a while. I was like, why do people like use that? To me, I'm like, because in Mexico, like, my mom always told me, like, because we came out of my mom, we're considered just like blood related, whatever. Like, there's no half. Like, no, that's just your brother. That's your brother. So like when I came here and they were like, I was doing a study for diabetes, they were like, oh yeah, he's technically your half brother. And I was like, I was devastated. I think I was like, I promise you, I was devastated. I was like, I want to say like 13, 14. And I was so devastated. I was like, he's my half brother? I was like, what?
That's funny. Yeah, I guess because I always knew, like, I had technically half siblings, but yeah, it was never like oh, that's only my half brother, that's my half sister. Like, yeah, that's where people only do that when they got beef. Like, that's my dad's other kids. We don't communicate. That's just my dad's other kids, and we don't, you know what I mean? We don't get along, or I don't see them often. Yeah, I got a couple half sisters out there. Like, I got a couple half brothers. Like, if you communicate with your sibling, or you live together, or that's just your sibling. That's just your brother, like, or your sister.
I have a half sister. We share the same dad, but I don't know anything about her. I know that she doesn't want to do anything with my dad's side of the family, so I have no idea. But I know I have a half sister somewhere out in the world, so there's that.
Yeah, so yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that if we get along.
Yeah. Okay, at least that explains it a lot for me, because I never understood why people say the half.
Yeah, when you hear people say it, it's not like they say it like, I feel like unless you're just a real technical type of person, most people just say it as disrespect. Like, no, that's my half brother. Like, I don't really get along with them. Yeah. Like,
okay, does that go for the same thing for people who say like they're my step brother?
No, not necessarily. That just means, like, I mean, that's just depending on what you call them. Like, I know step siblings that just call each other, that's my brother, that's my sister. But I know some people that say that's my stepbrother, that's my stepsister. I guess sometimes it depends on how you grew up as well. Like, if I was like 15 and my mom married someone else and now I have a new brother, I don't just, I might not be like, that's my brother. Maybe once we get along and we hang out a lot and we gain that kinship with each other, maybe. But I think initially it'll be like, that's my stepbrother. Now, if you like both like 2 and 1 or 2 and 4, I don't think you're like, oh, that's my stepbrother. Like, no, you just grow up as siblings at that point. So yeah, that just depends on when they come into the picture, and like you can get along with them, but it might just be like, yeah, that's my stepbrother. You know what I mean? So I don't think that comes with like a hint of disrespect or animosity. It's just like, no, that's my stepbrother.
Yeah, I'm just asking because I've never really understood that. Everybody to me was like, if they told me that was my uncle, okay, my uncle. I never really, growing up, I never questioned, is that really my uncle? Like, or who are you related to? Like,
I mean, I guess that's how you grew up. Like, because I always knew when a sibling or a relative wasn't like my blood relative. Like I knew, but it didn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we consider each other family. Like, that's my brother. Like, I've had uncles that weren't my uncles, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I had that too.
Know, people that weren't really my blood family, but like I still was like, oh, that's Uncle Mark or that's Uncle Clarence. Like,
yeah. Like,
I knew that that's not my dad's brothers. That's just his good friends.
Yeah.
Or like my Aunt Sylvia, which is Shavante and his mother. Like, we grew up calling her Aunt Sylvia, but I knew that wasn't like my blood aunt. But like, it didn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Your familial lessons.
Yeah.
Of today.
I know.
So yeah.
All right, babe. So
next topic is. That'd be kind of funny if I dropped that.
Kombucha would have been sad.
Yeah. Anyway, our next topic.
So how's that Kroger update?
Yes. So I did go to an interview yesterday. Yesterday was a long ass day. I'm like, okay. So I went to I'm like, that felt like it was a couple of days ago. Yesterday was so long because I had the interview and then I had to go to work and I was trying to come back and go to sleep. It just wasn't going well. And yeah, yesterday was a very long day. Anyway, so.
I was watching Vampire Diaries and yelling at the TV. You know, it's the same thing.
Very yelling at the TV. She's like, no, don't go in there. I'm like, babe, you good?
I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I won't yell. And he's like, how about this? I'll close the door. You can yell all you want. I'll close the door. All you want. Just
close the door. So yeah, I did go to my interview at Kroger yesterday. The interview went well. It was just that they didn't have any hours that suited me because I do work third shift from 7 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. So they only really had like second shift, like 1 to 9, 2 to 10, or shifts like that, or overnight. So they didn't really work with me. They didn't work with me. The shift didn't work well with my schedule. But she said that she'll, be in touch with the managers and see if there was some hours for me somewhere and let me know if there were. So, but either way, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, oh well, I'll try it. I just be on my DoorDash grind.
Yeah.
That's why I'm about to go get these brakes changed tomorrow so I can get on this DoorDash grind. Make that moolah.
All right, so now we can say, we are going to have a YouTube video about this Trader Joe thing, but on the podcast, let's talk about it. How was it?
Trader Joe's today. I enjoyed it. It was a good store, very homely feeling. I think that's a good word, homely. Anyway, it
homeless.
felt
very homeless feeling.
But no, it was good. I like the products there. I like the I like how nice the workers were. That was really weird.
Right.
But yeah, it was a good trip. I like the store. I will continue to shop there. I like the products. So yeah, good store. I liked it.
See, I've only been to Trader Joe's twice. The first time I went was when we first moved here, and I got like a few things. I didn't really shop as much because it was kind of like busy, and it's before this whole coronavirus like officially hit. Coronavirus!
And you're the only one that get buttons.
So then today was the second time I've been there. Sorry, excuse me. And I've been like watching YouTube reviews about Trader Joe's. Sorry, I got a burp again. Ooh. And so since we're starting this whole like healthy lifestyle, I figured we can healthy lifestyle. So I was like looking at reviews, seeing what products people are recommending, and my favorite thing about Trader Joe's is that one is small. And that exactly where stuff is. It's basically you go in there and the middle aisle is frozen foods. The next aisle is like wine and whatever. And then the aisle that you're like when you first walk in, it's like a bunch of veggies and produce and eggs and everything's just like where they need to be. And you also have like the workers that are like restocking stuff and are willing to help you. Like, hey, what do you need is down this aisle or down this area. So I really like that. I like that the food isn't crazy expensive. So that's another thing that I loved about Trader Joe's is that you can eat healthy without being like blowing up your budget. So
I thought you were going to say blowing up your butt for a quick second.
Your budget. And then I think one thing you really liked was the fact that the ingredients. You like that you were able
I like
to
them
tell.
specifying like pork free or telling me what type of gelatin it is, because a lot of people don't know that gelatin is pork. But I like how some of the products was like gelatin and then in parentheses pork. Like, yes, this is pork. So yeah, I like that. I got some chicken sausage that was pork free. I didn't even see no collagen or nothing in it, so we'll see. Hopefully it is good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Apple and garlic, because I love garlic.
He does. He loves garlic.
I'm a vampire, but I love garlic. Though.
You see how he said that? And he's like, I'm a vampire, but I love garlic.
I'm a vampire, but I love garlic.
So yeah, that was, and also my other thing is like when we were checking out, yes, they're having these rules like, okay, stand by the X, okay, cool, but when you are like checking out, the cashiers are actually talking to you about like certain products that you have. Like he was telling us this cheese is only seasonal cheese, and the kombucha that we got was only like a seasonal kombucha, and he tells you like, oh yes, it's good, I've had it before, and he also tells you like you can do this. Like they were very informative.
I like it a lot, like him telling us like what products were seasonal and stuff that he actually liked, and he was like, yeah, I actually really like this. Like, he liked the cheese. He said, but it is seasonal, or it's like I'm gonna just say a LTO for my job, which is like a limited time offer. So he's like, it will be going to go away soon, so if you like it, come back and get some more. And I will, because it is very good.
Yes,
but
I might have to go there Monday because I'm off Monday. Yeah, I'm off. This whole.
Are you off Monday?
So I'm off this weekend, and then I'm off Monday. That's my extra day off. So yeah, and I think
3-day weekend. They lost 3-day weekend.
No, yeah, I loved what he was like. I recommend actually eating it right away, and then if you like it, come get another one. So yeah. I appreciate that. So yeah, that was nice. But it's a good segue into our diet. I know. You see how I do that there? I threw a curveball. Like, hey, that's how we boom boom. But yeah, how's it going? How you liking it? Has it been hard? It is okay. So it is hard. I'm not gonna lie, because it's a lot easier if you're taking it little steps. I feel like we just kind of went boom, like we're just gonna do no carbs, no bread, no nothing. So it is hard, but this is our second week, and I think we've done a lot better this week. I feel like we're not, at least for myself, I feel like I'm not craving as much like I did the first week, where I was like, oh my god, no carbs, I need to eat bread. Now I'm like, okay, my body's getting used to it. I am gonna give us another week of trying this, and then we'll start to implement the workouts. I have them on my wall. I have them out there so we can work out and get our body right. Weight loss, babe. And let's tell them about the weight loss. If I had a drum roll, I would do it, but I don't. Oh, we do? No, we don't. We got like the laughing, but that's like Okay. Yeah. Well, I have to figure out. We'll get one. I'm gonna just do it. I'm sorry, you guys had to listen to that. You ain't sorry. Yes, we lost 10 pounds each. So in the past 2 weeks. Pretty good news. So yes, that is great news. Obviously what we're doing is working, because 10 pounds in 2 weeks, that's pretty dope. So yeah, because she weighed herself. I was like half asleep this morning. She was like, babe, I lost it. And I was nervous to jump on the scale. I was just like, I don't think I've done that good. Because I've been like eating when I get home from work, which I'm trying not to do, because I get home from work at like 4 a.m. And I'm trying not to eat when I get home. I'm trying to eat on my break, which I usually take around 11:30, 12. Because I want to eat and then go right to bed. So I've been trying not to eat when I get home, but I have been eating when I get home. But yeah, I still lost 10 pounds. So yeah, 10 pounds altogether. So I'll be like, yeah, because I lost like 5 pounds. I think when we talked about it last week, I think I lost 5 pounds. So now I lost 5 more. So yeah, or did I lose 6 and then I lost 4 this week? I think I think you lost 6 last week and then 4 this week. And so, then sorry, I lost 3 last week and then 7 this week. So altogether it's 10 pounds. Whoop whoop. And it's really hard for girls to lose weight. So I'm very proud. So she says. Yeah. It's true. Guys lose weight faster than girls do. But no, I think what's working for us is that, yes, we are not eating carbs, but we are supplementing them with healthy carbs. So we're eating like avocados, we're eating more veggies, we're eating like beans proteins. So we're incorporating other healthy carbs that are going to keep us full and satisfied than just eating pasta or bread and sugary treats.
I miss my sugary treats.
I know, but I am very, like, honestly, guys, you have no idea. He has the biggest sweet tooth ever. So yes,
I like candy.
So yes, on Sundays is our cheat meal day. So I don't know what we're gonna eat for our cheat meal tomorrow, but we'll figure it out when we get it. But
I don't know. We might just cheat tonight and eat regular tomorrow. 'Cause
Yeah.
we don't feel like cooking tonight.
yeah, I really don't feel like
and it's like what? And we're filming a lot earlier than normal.
Yes,
It's
we
8
are.
o'clock right now. So
Yes, we are.
normally it's like freaking midnight right about now. So, so we might just cheat tonight and then just cook tomorrow. Cause we usually cook our regular meal. We usually cook both Saturdays and we usually just cook every day. Honestly, we haven't eaten out in like 2 months now. But we usually cook, our healthy meal Saturday and then whatever Sunday. Like last week, we made the taco salad. So usually,
you did tell him that you were like, next week we'll have a review of how she thinks about our taco salad or your taco salad.
I don't think you liked it because you didn't eat it.
No, I
So
no, I enjoyed it. It was really, really good. You guys, I'm the type of person that if I find something in my food, it makes me not want to eat it. So I think in the salad bag that he put on, there was like a stick in it, and it just threw my whole meal off.
I had some shredded lettuce and she found a stick. I'm like, obviously it came from the vegetables or from the lettuce. I assume it came from the lettuce because where the stick come from, all I had was ground turkey, some Doritos, and sour cream. I didn't squeeze a stick out of the sour cream, so I assume, process of elimination that it came from the lettuce. But yeah, she just took a couple bites and then just stopped eating.
Yeah.
So I just didn't talk to her for the rest of the night.
He really didn't. He was kind of salty. I was just like,
I just made all this damn food and you just flipping through it away. So
I didn't throw it away.
Upset.
He threw.
You weren't going to eat it, so
I
why
was gonna
save
make some
it?
more. I could have made myself a different serving.
And I said, do that. Did you? Because I threw the plate that she was eating off of away. And she was like, well, I could have just made some more. I'm like, well, then go make some more. Because she was talking about how she was still so hungry. I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
but
go
don't
make
you
some
remember
more.
our
And then she
stomachs-
didn't.
Remember, our stomachs were kind of effed up.
But you said you were hungry. And you
I know, then I didn't eat anything at all,
More.
'cause-
And then you didn't. I'm just saying.
For the most part, it was good.
Yeah,
The first
whatever.
bites that I had were really good. So
I ate it up. So
I know you did, and then you felt it
delicious.
later.
I don't care. It was delicious. So yeah, we might cheat tonight and then eat our regular meal tomorrow. Because we don't feel like cooking tonight.
Yeah, tomorrow we got some. I don't know. I might make something for dinner tomorrow. Some healthy.
Ew.
I went to Trader Joe's, guys. So now I got some food I can cook.
Yeah. So all right. Let's get into this. I don't know. We have a board of topics, right?
Yeah.
And then I walk into the room and I just see like on the board, teenage girls at Target. I'm like, that doesn't sound creepy at all. Like, what the hell is this? Yeah, let's talk about them teenage girls at Target.
So I got us a whiteboard for our media room so that we can like have topics and we can just look at the media board without us
And
like
that's
looking
dope
at
because
paper.
we gotta remember to try to update it throughout the week.
Yeah.
And then so when things pop in our head, because I try not to, but like I don't want to talk to her about things that I want to talk about on the podcast until we do it on the podcast because I want it to be like fresh. I don't want it to be like stuff that we've already said to each other. So now we're just not really that engaged in the conversation because like, all right, we talked about this for like 45 minutes yesterday. Like I'm not going to talk about it again in that much detail. So throughout the week, we're going to try to update our board and come up with the topics, and then we'll organize it into the list that we want to run it down through.
Yeah. So I put teenage girls at Target.
And I thought that was just really weird. I was like, said no kind of hint on what was gonna teenage girls at Target, and I was just like, what?
And so he's like, babe, he's like, what's up with that? I'm like, you have to wait for the podcast. She's gonna have to wait for the podcast. Okay. So yesterday, we went to Target with my mom, and we were just kind of buying certain things. And so when you first entered to Target, there was an old lady. Very old lady, like she was, she had her little cane and she's walking. And what made
She's about like 57. No,
probably, but what made me aggravated was the fact that there was 4 teenage girls. Okay, not just one. There's 4 of them.
She counted them, y'all. It was 4 of them.
It was 4 of them. I was rocking right behind the lady. So I was walking behind the old lady. I was going to let her go first without me. Like, I wasn't going to rush her. I'm like, I'll say, keep my distance, everything be cool. What made me mad was these 4 teenage girls just like bombarded the old lady, like totally cut her off while she was walking inside the building. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I was like, what happened to respecting your elders? What happened to like social distancing? Keep your distance. Like, let the old lady go in first. Like, whatever you're going to get at Target, it's still going to be there. I mean, unless you're buying hand sanitizer that Target never has anyways. Let the old lady go. I was like, are you kidding me? And like the old lady, like she was just like walking, and then you can just tell that she like stopped because she like felt footsteps are coming behind her, and they're like laughing, haha, didn't care that she was like right in front of them, like bombarded. Then I'm like going through Target, and I still see them. These little teenage girls taking like we could put it up for our Instagram story. Like, oh my god, I got
those hussies.
I said, oh, it took me everything. And I know I'm getting old where I just like, I see teenage girls and I'm just like, y'all stupid. Y'all just stupid. Like, and I guess when I was their age, maybe I was stupid too. But right now, I'm old now.
You stupid.
Oh, you sound stupid right now. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? I mean, I don't know. It made me very mad. I was just like, what happened to respecting? Like, just respect the old people. Like, they're not doing much. I mean, the old lady was barely walking fast enough. Like, what? I don't know. I was very annoyed. So that's teenage girls at Target.
I had a I don't know the word for it, but like same situation, but you're in a car and you're behind the old lady. What are you doing then?
See,
Get the fuck off the road! The fuck are you doing? Let's go!
Look, I feel like in a car is different because in the car they can speed it up, but when you're walking, I feel like you can't really walk that fast. And also, like, she old. She old. She had the cotton ball head with the hair that's all like a cotton ball. I just gotta let the old lady go. Like she barely walked.
The old lady from SpongeBob got the cane and the green dress. She's like,
literally, I was like, she just had a cane. She's walking. Like, I mean, in a car, you can get mad at her because,
like, why are you on the road?
Yeah, like, why are you on the road? Someone should have drove you, and you can hit the gun fast. Okay, hit the gas pedal and go. But when you're just out and about, and you're walking, and you're not even that you're walking into a store that already has guidelines and stuff blocked off so that you can only go in one way and exit out the other way. So it's not like you can, I'm gonna go the other direction past the old lady. You're all going to the exact same door entrance.
Well, kids aren't smart, okay? And we know this. So, yeah, it's fucked up, but kids will be kids.
Yeah.
They will be kids, and they're gonna grow up, and they're gonna be 28 or 27, and they're gonna be like, those damn kids just ran right past that old lady. Give them time to mature.
Yeah, I hope so, but it was just like it was one of those days. I was like, really. Like, no, let's put this on Instagram. Put on Instagram story.
Yeah.
And then they had the nerve to do a TikTok video in the middle of a Target aisle. I was like, get out of here. It's not time to dance on TikTok. That Renegade and the whatever dances they be doing. I'm like, get out of here. Nobody needs that. Get out. Nobody needs it.
At least do a new one. I mean, that Renegade is so played. That was like so 3 weeks ago.
I don't care. They're still doing the Renegade and what is it? The J-Lo one where they gotta imitate the Super Bowl dance.
Hey babe, I do not watch TikTok videos. I have no idea what you're talking. I don't even know the Renegade dance. I just hear people talk about it. I don't even know that.
Renegade, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Renegade dance video.
The one
but I've never seen a J-Lo one. Okay, I have.
Baby
girl, give me some. Yeah. But I've only seen like the parody ones because I seen the ones on like Twitter where like they're talking bad about them because it's so bad, or when something stupid happens and someone falls or something. Yeah. I've seen those, but I never seen one like done well because I just don't care. Well,
they pop up on my Instagram when I'm like scrolling through stuff. So I
just be like most of I follow like stupid accounts and crazy accounts. So like when I see like TikTok videos, are like stupid and funny. Like I watch those. But yeah, screw TikTok. You don't know you want to do TikTok.
I did, but now I don't. I'm too old to do TikTok.
I would do TikTok, but I've just heard so many bad things about it, like as far as like privacy stuff. And
what do you mean?
like
duty towel.
I've heard about it. Like, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I was like, yeah, I won't try it. Like, just about it being like a ploy to like steal your information, because it's like not from America. The app is from like, I don't know where it's from, but it's like, a lot of people saying how unsafe it probably is. That's why I just never downloaded it. I'm like, I'm good.
I'm good. I don't need that.
I'm cool.
I'm Gucci. I'm sorry. We can edit that out.
No. We're making no more work for me because you want to say Gucci. But guys, I have a Gloria update. And if you don't know who Gloria is, that's the old lady that I tried to take home, or I tried to call her Uber for that day.
I tried to take home. Whoa.
It's that lady I tried to call her Uber for that day, and she doesn't have a cell phone. She's old. She's so awkward and weird.
You know what I was thinking? We need a button for Miss Gloria, so every time we have a Gloria update, we can just hit it.
Like, hey, Gloria update. So something else that they're doing at my job that I didn't mention on the work update part was that starting next week, they're going to just be doing the grill every day, which the grill is like the hamburgers, fries, chicken tenders, stuff like that. Because normally on like Tuesdays they do chicken wings,
the good shit.
and on Thursdays they do the Mexican day. So we're not going to be doing those. It's just going to be grilled every day. So Miss Gloria, which I didn't tell you before, I just told you about me wanting to give her an Uber ride and da-da-da-da-da. But she comes on chicken day every Tuesday and orders about 15 orders of chicken wings. Now, there's 6 to an order. So 6 times 15 is some math that I don't feel like doing. 6 times 5 is...
Look, you know what cracks me up?
What?
Is that every time you're
30.
like, I don't feel like doing the math, and you still do the math.
Oh, so that's like 30 carry-on ones. What's it, 130 chicken wings, maybe? I don't know. So, 6 times 5 times 6. I don't know. Do the math for me, baby.
90.
Okay, I was way off. Anyway, so she gets all these chicken wings, and she's apparently giving them to her kids, right? Now, so she gives them to her kids, and then she buys like a bunch of salads sometimes, gives them to her kids. Now, what she does last night is she goes, I don't know if she's giving these to her kids or not, but either way, she bought $44 worth of Pepsis yesterday, which was 24 Pepsis. 24 bottles of Pepsi. What the hell are you doing with 24 bottles of Pepsi? But she wanted me to take her downstairs. So I took her downstairs for her, put her in her little work area or whatever. She's like this 80-year-old Nigerian woman. So I don't understand. So the question that I kind of want to pose with this Gloria update is, how old until you stop taking care of your kids so much? Her kids are grown, mind you. I don't think she has any kids below the age of 30, possibly. Probably older than that, because she's 79. I would assume she stopped having kids around 40 at least. So 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, like, so I would, like, all her kids are like grown.
Okay, so my question to you is, okay, well, not a question. Are her kids living with her?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she like takes this food to the, okay, so I have a lot of questions right now, okay, actually.
I'll try to answer.
So how old until you start taking care of your kids? 1. 2, this lady takes a bus everywhere. She doesn't have a cell phone. She catches the bus everywhere. So she goes to the store, grocery store. She gets a bunch of stuff from work and like takes it on a bus. Like, does her kids? I don't know. I don't know information about her kids. I don't know if her kids don't drive or whatever. But she is a very stubborn Nigerian lady. So I don't know if she's just telling her kids not to do things for her or something. Because I'm like, I would not let my 79-year-old mother go to the grocery store and be taking buses to and from work every single day. I wouldn't do that. So I'm like, why is this 79-year-old lady on a bus every day carrying groceries and blah, 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 but then like getting all of this food for her kids? I don't get it.
Okay, well, my mom's not 79. She's
right.
55. She's a hardworking woman.
Big difference. Like, that's like a 30-year difference.
My mom gets us stuff for our house. Like, if she's out and about and she'll think about it, I was like, oh, here, I got you guys this and this. So I'm guessing, like, what do you mean by taking care of your kids?
like she'll be getting salads, right? And she'll tell me to go look for other salads. Like, oh, other salads, look in there, check there. And I look at the salad. She's like, oh, no, my kids would not like these. My kids would not like these. And I'm just like, stop buying all this shit for your kids.
Oh, okay. Cause I'll say, like I say, my mom, like, she'll go to the grocery store, and then if we like need something, she's like, hey, I'm at the grocery store, you need something? Or she'll be like,
that's different. You know what I mean?
Or she'll be, if she's out and about and she's like, here, I got you guys this, even though we have plenty of stuff, she'll be like, oh, I got you guys, here's more stock, or here's more of this, or, you know.
Yeah, like, I feel like that's different.
Okay.
And you also, granted, I feel like she would still do it if she did not live with your brother.
Yeah.
I feel like she would still do that.
Yeah.
But to just like, I don't know, I feel like she's going out of her way to do it. Versus just being like, all right, I'm going to Kroger. Let me ask them if they want something. Or since she lives there and she's at Kroger, like, all right, I know we're out of eggs. Let me buy like 3 cartons of eggs so we can have eggs for a couple weeks, blah, 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 blah. But just like going out of her way to like buy salads and buy all this chicken and then transport it to her kids' homes.
Because then my second thought is, okay, are her kids telling her, hey, Mom, we need chicken or something?
I hope not. Because they're grown as hell, so I hope not.
Okay.
That's one thing that I hope. I hope they're not putting her through it in a way. Like, like, I hope they're not asking, or maybe she's just doing it on her own accord. Maybe they don't even want her to be doing it, but she's stubborn and she's doing it anyway. So it's not just like, I'm not putting it all on the kids. I'm putting it on her too. It's like, all right, lady, like, your kids are grown. Like, stop taking care of these grown ass kids.
Because my thing is, I think as a mother, I'm not a mother, but in a mother's, like my mom, she always wants to make sure that we are okay. So whether it be Isaac or myself, she always wants to make sure that we're okay. So if we need something, she's like, don't be afraid to ask me for help. She's like, because she's not going to let us just not have things. So that's, as a mother, that's what she does. And I mean, I guess as a mother, that's what you're going to do for your kids no matter what. So when we have kids, that's what I'm going to be like, no, don't be afraid to ask us.
I feel like in that scenario, you will call and be like, hey, you good? You know, you need anything? Or you straight? But just on like a weekly basis, like she's buying $60 worth of chicken every Tuesday. And it's like, why not just go to the store and buy them a bag of chicken or something? You know what I mean? Like, why are you spending $60 in this cafeteria every Tuesday buying your children chicken? Or why are you getting $25-$30 worth of salads to give to your kids? Now, like I said, I don't know her kids' situations. I don't know if they're poor or what. It's just really odd. Yeah,
I mean, so I guess to go back to your first question, I think once your kids leave the nest, so once they move out and they're on their own, I think that's when you have to cut ties. I feel like that's when you would hope that you raise your kids really well, that now that they're leaving the nest, leaving home, moving out on their own, that they'll be able to take care of themselves. That is your hope, I guess, as parents. So I think that's when I feel like you should stop being overly motherly and like buying everything for them. But I think as a parent, I feel like you're always gonna like make sure your kids are okay. So I guess to answer that question, I feel like at the age would be once they move out, that's when you should stop being super, I'm gonna buy them all this stuff.
But I guess, like, now that I'm thinking about it more, you know, I guess when people come from different cultures, I don't know the Nigerian culture.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know if in Nigeria the freaking parents just do that for the rest of their lives or something, and that's what they do. Yeah. I do know she used to be married. I believe she's a widow at this point. So I don't know. Maybe she just wants to care for something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Because when I was living like with my parents, even before I moved out the first time, like I just at a certain age I stopped expecting things to be done for me. Like I didn't feel no way toward like if I came home and there was no food made, or like if there was nothing in the fridge or blah, 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 like I wouldn't feel away. Like I'm a man that like at the time had a full-time job. So I'm not expecting my mother to be like cooking food for me or like taking care of me at any point. Cause I'm like, all right, I'm like 21 with a full-time job. Like I'm not expecting anything to be done for me.
See, my mom, when I was little, my mom would cook us meals. But then when I started to get older and I started cooking, like now she's like, well, that's why I had you. Now you take care of me. And she's like, now you cook me dinner. So right. Like when I lived with her, I would make dinner just because one, I like to cook, and two, I knew that my mom was working hella hours, and she'll be working till like, they were making her work 14-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts every single day. So I was like, okay, if I can't help pay rent and I'm living with her, I'm going to clean the house, make her dinner. So that's when the roles kind of flipped on us, where I wasn't able to pay for, big, heavy, utility bills, but I would help her make sure the house was clean, make sure there was dinner for her. I would do a little bit of grocery shopping because I had a job and I was also in school, so I would do a little bit of grocery shopping, making sure that I would pick up things that she may or may not need. So that's why I flipped around. So I guess culturally it has to be, it's different for each culture. So I guess here, what you were used to, like, you got a full-time job, I don't expect a mom to cook. I guess it just would have to depend on how, like, what's her culture, like, what is she growing up to. But I do agree with you. I think it is kind of awkward that she's spending $60 every Tuesday on buying food. I mean, I get spend $60 on yourself. Okay, cool. Like, if you're gonna buy all this chicken for yourself, but if you're always buying stuff for your kids,
right?
My questions to those would be like, are her kids living with her? If they're not living with her, is she just doing it just because?
Time go fast. We don't expect it. That was another 30 minutes. That's quick. Oh, sorry, we're recording again. YouTube's exclusives.
I lost my train of thought.
You saying that they were living with her, or
yeah, like, are they living with her, and then are they, I don't know, I guess maybe they're unemployed, like maybe something's happening. But you've been telling me she's been doing this for like a while, right?
Ever since I've known her, buying a bunch of chicken every Tuesday, or when we had it on Fridays, every Friday. Like, she's been doing it for a long time.
I don't know. Maybe she's very over.
Yeah, it's odd. Like, I mean, I know she's a person that like buys stuff for other people and stuff like that. So maybe she's just a real like that type of person. You know what I mean? But
I agree with you. I think that if she's in her 70-something years old lady, she should not be carrying 12 bottles of Pepsi. Right,
because she was telling me one time, how like I said, we were selling cases of soda in our cafeteria. Yeah. So she like grabbed, I guess she had bought a couple cases of soda. I guess she was walking it to the bus stop, and I think she said she tripped and dropped it, or tripped and fell, or some shit she was saying. And that's before I didn't know she called the bus at that point. I'm like, why are you catching? I said, you can't be catching a bus with heavy stuff. Like, why are you catching buses? But then again, that points me to, well, maybe she's just stubborn. But I know she doesn't have a cell phone, so like, maybe she's just that stubborn to not accept rides or not accept her kids to take care of her or something. Because I'm just like, why at 79 are you carrying 2 cases of Pepsi down Auburn Avenue to a bus stop? Like, why are you doing these things?
Yeah, see, because my thing is like, me, I guess just my personality, I would not be allowing my mom to catch a bus. I would pick her up, even if it's you said she works third shift, right? Mm-hmm. So she's getting off at what, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning?
No, I think she gets off at, because she comes in at like 9 or 9:30. Okay. So I think she gets off at like 6:30, something like that. Okay, I
mean, that's plenty of time for a kid, one of her kids, to be like, all right, mom, I'm
to wake up and come get her or something. Like, yeah. Maybe like I said, maybe they don't drive either. I don't know. There's so many questions that I just have no answers for. But it's just like,
and it's hard for us to be like, I mean, don't get us wrong, we're not, criticizing her or doing anything. We're just
questioning, like, or
giving our side.
Yeah, like I don't get it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't have to be 79. I could be freaking 49, 59. If my kids are like 30, I'm like, I'm not taking care of you this much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess.
Or buying all of this stuff for you, or stuff like that. Like, I'm not spending $60 every Tuesday on freaking chicken. Like,
and I think
I'm not doing that.
For us, I feel like I would not be doing it if I know my kids aren't trying to do something. If my kids happen to lose a job and they need a little help, okay, I'll help out. But I'm also going to expect them
for sure, like
for a certain time,
get back on your feet. You know what I mean? Not just I'm on hard times, I'm gonna move back in, and then I'm gonna just stay there for the next 3 years. Like, no, buddy. After about 2 months, I'm like, I'm gonna be that parent that's like, I don't care how old you are. Like, if you come back and live back with us, I'm like, on your ass. Like, I'm like, after like a couple of weeks, like, all right, so you been applying for jobs, or I haven't seen you going on any interviews. What's up? What you doing? What's going on? Or when you gonna get back to work? Or you gonna get back to school? You gonna be doing something? You're not about to just be in the house chilling, playing video games, and not trying to, do something.
And I think that's because if y'all don't really know much about us, but in our past, like, we both have grown up with difficult things in our life. I definitely have gone through a lot of trauma and abuse and whatnot. So we both kind of had like similar things where we know what it's like not to have things. So I guess for us, that we're always working and we're always going to figure out a way to make money, and that's never going to be an issue for us, because we're always going to be like, okay, let's figure out, okay, something happens, let's figure it out. We both also have our own ways of handling it. Like, sometimes I would like break down and cry, not because I'm just gonna break down and cry. I get really frustrated, because for me, I've always been the type of person that everything happens for a reason, but also like stuff happens where I'm just like, why is it happening to me? Like, why me, kind of thing. And he's just like, oh, well, it happens, all right, move on, let's figure out something else. So we both have our different styles of handling certain things, but at the same time, we both know that what we have to do and know how to make money last and how to make money regardless of what happens. So
yeah, I'm not afraid to hit that street corner and sell my body. You gotta do what you gotta do. But no, seriously, like, yeah, like, I've never, like, obviously, losing a job is devastating, but I'm not gonna say I'm not afraid to lose my job, but it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. Like, I'm gonna get up tomorrow and just like DoorDash for 10 hours a day until I find another job. Like, I'm never gonna be in a situation where, like, I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna be in a situation, but I'm never gonna be in a situation to like where I'm giving up, or like where I feel like I can't make a way. Like, I will make a way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be in a situation where it's like, oh, I lost my job, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna be a bum now, or I'm gonna be homeless, or I'm gonna have to give up my car. Like, no, we're gonna find a way. I'm not about to just feel like the world is coming to an end or whatever. Like, no, that Monday I'm gonna wake up and go make something happen.
And I guess I can say this, we're gonna get a little bit more deeper into our relationships and lives and whatnot, but I guess I can say that I'm your first fiance that you're, I guess.
But not my last. No, I'm joking.
Nah, I'm your last. Don't you ever start that. We ended it right now. But I guess I'm your first, girl that you've been with that actually isn't the type of, like, I guess, well, I'm not trying not to put too much out there, but your ex was the type of person that didn't care too much.
Right.
And so she kind of put everything on you. So to go back to what we said earlier in the podcast, where you're like, since I don't expect stuff, I don't ask for stuff, because I know that, one, I can get it on my own if I wanted to, and two, some of the stuff I just be like, it's not important. I prioritize what is important for me. For me, it would be like, okay, groceries, I'm gonna make sure that we have our place in check. That's stuff that I find more important than, I guess, certain items. So I feel like I'm your first person that you feel like you feel good that you can do stuff instead of feeling like crap. Like,
yeah,
I think you were spending money on her and she wasn't even giving you a little bit of dose back on that. Like, she wasn't even like, at least, simple.
Just try.
Yeah, trying.
Just try.
Yeah.
That's all I ever ask some people. Try. Make an effort. Show me that you're making an effort. But some people don't make efforts.
Yeah, and I feel like, so I think, because even in the beginning of our relationship, I felt like you were kind of surprised and saw things that I was doing that I thought was super simple, like back scratches, or, simple things that I thought were supposed to happen in a relationship. And I guess I was learning from you, as you never had that because of your ex. Like, she just didn't really give a crap about you, kind of thing. So I don't know where I was going with this, but I just left field it. Here we go. and we pass it on back to you.
Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, so yeah, for sure. Like, it's different relationship for sure that I'm in, like different 160 degrees, 160,
180.
180.
180.
Yeah, 180. It's a complete 180. But yeah, so that's definitely changes perspective of like being with an ex that just doesn't care, doesn't do anything, can't even pay her own bills, or you don't understand like where is your money going? Like you're working a full-time job, but you can't freaking buy shit. Like you can't pay your bills. Like what are you doing? To being with someone that's like, nope, I gotta set aside this money and pay this and pay that and pay that. You know, so yeah, it's definitely a difference. And even me, I can get better with money. Granted, I always pay all my bills and I always, got things handled. But there'd be times where I could like put some money away, I don't like treat myself all the time, but like when I do, it's expensive.
But I would say from the first time I met you to now, I feel like you've gone a lot better with your money. Mm-hmm. I'm also the type of person like you work your hours, you work all the time. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but at the same time, since now that we are living together, I want us to be able to put ourselves together. Like, okay, like this is what we're going to pay for. Like, this is what we're going to do. At least let's get our major bills out the way. And then whatever's left over, all right, let's talk about, like, if you want to go buy that, go ahead and do it. But I also, like, for me, it's like, I want us to make sure that we pay our major stuff first before we start just throwing stuff away. And I feel like when I first met you, you were kind of just like just doing money here, money there, like stuff was going around. And I feel like now, I think you've also matured a lot, and I think that you're just like, okay, now you have.
Well, I think it depends on like I live according to whatever situation I'm in.
Okay.
Like me living on my own, or when I was single, or even when I was with you, but I was on my own. It's like, all right, I got to do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to buy certain shit. I don't have to care about certain things. But like when you're in a relationship and living with your significant other, obviously things change because you have to be on your shit. You can't just be like, nah, I'll pay the gas and electric when it gets cut off. Like fuck it. Why am I paying it now when I could just pay it the day it gets cut off? Like if I wake up and I have no lights, I'm like, I guess I'll pay it. You know what I mean? So it's like, but now it's like you can't live that way when you're, so I live according to whatever situation I'm in.
But I also feel like you've also have a lot more goals than when I first met you. Mm-hmm. I feel like when I first met you, you just kind of were more on the, I'm just going to live my own life, whatever. I see whatever happens. Now I see a change of, okay, yes, we live in this apartment that we just got, but now we're talking about, let's get a house next year. Let's not live in this apartment longer than our lease is up. So that way we're basically, my thing is I don't want to waste the money that we're wasting now. Like I'm not saying that we're wasting it, but we are kind of wasting the money for the rent that we have. I'd rather put that in a house so that way we can do whatever we want. We can be loud if we want to. We can, without having certain rules of living in an apartment. So I feel like we both now are into the point where, okay, we want to do so much stuff, especially with our social media and our podcast, and have people come over, and you want to build certain things with the other podcasts that you have. I feel like we would only feel comfortable if we had the proper space for it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's where our goal is now is, okay, we're trying to figure out, let's get our credit both up and better. And so that way we can get things for ourselves especially because we're also talking about growing our family, but we also have to, I have to get healthy on the inside because me, you hear that? My talk.
My talk.
My talk. Oh, no, what's that anime show when he would talk like backwards? You know what I'm talking about? That one he would like
Yoda?
No. It was an animated show. My brother used to watch it. I think it came on Cartoon Network maybe or something like that, where he would talk. He'd be like, but it would be like, he'll say, instead of like, he'd like me, instead of, not me, he'll say like myself, I don't know. I know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the anime show, and you watch a lot of anime, so I feel like you would be able to help me out, but I guess not. Okay, we're just edit it.
You didn't do that great of a job explaining it.
It's okay.
Like, I thought you would help me out. I'm like, you didn't give me much to go on.
He was like a samurai guy, like some type of like
Samurai Jack?
I don't know, but he would talk in a way where he was talking about himself, but he'll say it like
talking in third person?
Kind of. I don't know know what I can picture the character. I just can't. I don't know the name of it.
All right, but finish what you're saying, and I'll look up Samurai Jack and ask if that's it.
And I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying?
Being healthy on the inside.
Oh yes. Me being a diabetic, my insides aren't, like a normal person's insides. I have certain things like that I have to be able to take care of myself first, making sure that my blood sugars are better and my A1C hits in a certain spot, so that way that when we do start to grow our family, I'm not going to have like complications in a pregnancy. Yes, that is, something that I am thinking about, and I want to make sure that I'm healthy on the inside and outside, so that way we won't have major complications. No, it's not Samurai Jack. I know what you're talking about, it's not that.
I know what you're talking about then.
Okay.
But yeah, so getting healthy is definitely like the goal, especially to have the kids.
Yes.
All the kids.
We'll see how that goes.
Popping them out every year.
Well, look, if I get pregnant with twins, I'm good. If it's a boy and a girl, look, I am good.
Nah, we're gonna have more, y'all. They're not even gonna be like planned. It's gonna be just accidents.
And then we're like, guess what? The shop is closed.
Aww. But guys,
this is a long podcast.
I feel like we're ending on a weird note, because I feel like whatever thoughts that we were going with, we didn't flush them out because we kind of forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But we've talked to you guys for like an hour and a half now, so we're done. Bye. Get off our line.
I mean, we can keep going, but I guess we could,
but just for you guys' sake, I don't want to be that known podcast for being really long and people not listening to it because it's really long.
We ain't Joe Budden yet.
Yeah. Until we get the audience, then we can go as long as we want because they're dedicated to listening to us.
Yes.
But right now, to gain the audience, I don't want to have 2-hour podcasts because they'll be like, oh hell no, we're not listening to that. So, with that, we're gonna bid you adieu.
Yeah.
Doop, sayonara, farewell. We out. We getting out of here. Oh yeah. All right, guys. We talk to you next Monday. We out.